Hello everyone. Welcome to a very misty, grey, mysterious, rainy day in Cantabria. We're back. We came back yesterday evening after almost 8-9 days in Madrid, getting a lot of stuff done. It was very productive. Now we're here. Going into the mountains again. We have a very long list of essential to-dos that need to happen before we leave Spain again very soon. And the problem is, with this weather, we cannot tackle a lot of these things. Many things involve us being outside, but we can also not afford to procrastinate and just chill inside next to the fireplace because we have very limited time. The truth is that I don't really know how long we have to finish everything. The medical journey we're on is kind of unpredictable, and we're probably going to have to leave soon again to do more medical tests, and that means that we have to make the most of the time we're here. We really do. One really exciting thing of the next few days is that we're having someone really special staying with us. So let me introduce you to... Ven, cariño. Ven, bonita. ¿Qué pasa? Ven aquí, ven. Di hola a la cámara, ven aquí, así. Muy bien, así. So as you see, we have a little doggy friend staying with us. We're taking care of Maka. She's the dog of some of our neighbors, and they're away for a few days on holidays, so she'll be staying with us. This is not the first time. We absolutely adore her. She's the sweetest thing. I'm just excited to have her around, no matter what we're doing. Hi, baby. Are you camera shy? Are you camera shy? And she smells a lot like cow, because this morning she went and rolled on all the cow poop, and even though we washed her, the smell is still there. So now our whole house smells like cow, but it doesn't matter because I love you. I love you. I love you. Yeah. Anyway, very important introductions. Now, just in case anyone's getting worried about us, mentioning the medical stuff constantly. We're fine. We're just both trying to get to the bottom of a few issues that we've been kind of experiencing for years. We both have issues with our right knee, and this past year it has gotten to the point where we're both kind of uncomfortable every single day with our knees. This time in Spain has been great because we've been able to get all the MRI scans, go to the traumatologist, etc. And now last week we both got hyaluronic acid injections, which should help. Come up with a new knee.
New knee. That's good.
Warner says his knee is perfect, like he doesn't feel it anymore. My knee is still there, but I'm excited for it to get better. And then we're also tackling other things, like they found something in my neck that we had to look in further. It turns out it's all fine. I just have to, keep an eye on it. And Warner has found that he has a hernia. I knew he had a hernia. He just didn't have it medically checked until now. So he has a little hernia that he will eventually need surgery on. It's not urgent, that's good, but at least we have the confirmation and we have all the information we need now for whenever we want to tackle it. And he's getting more tests done for some nerve damage on his arm that they cannot really figure out. So that's why we've been really busy. But again, it's nothing to be worried about. It's just taking up a lot of our time. Okay. So let's check what we can tackle today. Because the weather is so bad, it has to be something inside the house. So let's go through the list and see if there's anything I can do. So there's basically only one major task that I can tackle today. I'm gonna buy some of the materials that we need for other to-dos in the future. But there is one task here that I can tackle today because it's an inside task, and that is trying different plaster testers. If you've been watching us for quite a few months now, you may remember that we redid one of the walls in our bedroom. We basically repointed it with lime plaster. It looks so beautiful. And the reason we did that was because that wall before used to be covered with concrete. It was chipping off, it was falling off in chunks. We sleep against that wall and we would wake up with little bits of concrete on us. And also water would get condensed on it, and it would be wet and damp and really not pleasant to sit against. Our cabin is obviously made of stone walls, and stone walls should be let to breathe. So ideally it would have been all pointed by lime, but here they have put concrete in the majority of it, outside and inside, and that does lead to more issues with water and condensation. Long story short, we redid that whole wall as a trial to see how we felt about repointing the wall with lime, and we absolutely adore it. It looks so beautiful. It just suits the cabin much more. It's much brighter, much lighter. It's not the gray of the concrete. And surprisingly, it also is not dusty. I thought it would cause us more issues to sit against and stuff, but it's been perfectly fine. So we love that wall and we kind of want to replicate it everywhere else. However, in the rest of the cabin, the job is much more difficult because that wall in the bedroom had been covered with concrete that was already falling off. It was relatively easy to just chip it off, and underneath we found that there was some pointing that had been done with mud, some pointing with lime. It was a bit of a mixture, but basically the concrete had not been put between all the cracks, and it was relatively easy to just, you know, chisel it all out and repoint it ourselves. The rest of the cabin, except the same wall in the guest bedroom, all has been pointed with concrete very well. Like, the concrete is deep in there and it's really difficult to take it out. So what we want to try now is kind of achieve the look of the lime plaster without doing the really hard work of repointing absolutely everything. But I cannot find any information online how overgrouting with lime over cement would react, and therefore we don't really know whether this shortcut of ours would even work. So what we want to do is create different lime mixtures and paints and try different techniques in our stone walls on the inside, let them sit for a few months and see how they react over time and what method we prefer. Hopefully, out of all the trials, there's something that's relatively easy to do, but that makes the cabin so much brighter, so much more beautiful, and that also maintains itself over time. Because the thing that we really don't want to do is just leave the walls as they are. If you've noticed in the video, they're super gray. Look how dark it is. This is with all the lights on. The job is just not very beautiful, and it makes what could be really stunning walls kind of depressing. So let's do this. Let's create some different lime mixtures, try some little patches on the wall, and then I will this evening concentrate on buying the things I need to buy and cleaning and organizing the house. And that already will fill up the whole day. So let's get to it. I first have to do a little bit of research. We also want to try different methods. So I have to figure out the compositions of lime paint, lime pointing, etc., mortar, lime mortar that I want. And then I can get started. Go outside, make all the mixtures, and then apply it to the wall. It's gonna be a long day. I thought it was gonna be easier. Okay, do I look crazy? Anyway, I have my sand and lime mixture here. The gloves are too big for me. And I'm gonna mix this before I put the water. And because it's mixed with a lot of sand, the reaction shouldn't be very strong. And then after I do this, which is the grouting, I will create the lime paint, but that has to sit for a few days. So I hate this mask, I'm gonna breathe. That is dirty. Oh my goodness. This is a reason I really dislike the stone wall for interiors. It just accumulates dirt everywhere. You're not gonna be doing this every week, of course. I tried to vacuum it, but it's hard. Oh my god, this is so dirty. Ooh. Let's see if it sticks to the concrete. It's a pretty rough surface, so it should stick. I wish I could do this with my hands. It'd be so much easier. The section I'm gonna try is going around the corner because I want to see it with proper light, and also how it looks with the normal darkness of this cabin. Okay, I'm done. That was much more difficult than I thought. I can't really warn it at the whole wall in one day. That's crazy. So part of me now hopes that out of the trials the best thing is just lime washing it, but because these walls are so rugged, I do want to overgrout them. Well, let's just try this, see what happens. I'm gonna make the lime paint mixture clean up and then do some online shopping. The video I saw online, it bubbled, and that's how you knew the chemical reaction was happening, and then you let it be. This one's not bubbling. Let's just leave it. I'll wait and then we'll paint another day anyway in case. Now I don't know anymore. It's also brown instead of white gray. You're not taking an umbrella? You're gonna be very wet.
I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna take the stick.
That was it. That was a very short walk.
Break it. Yeah.
Okay, I've cleaned up everything, have the lime paint prepped for the coming days, and honestly, I think that's all I can show you for the day. Does it feel like the most productive day? No. Is it raining a ton? Yes. I'm gonna start working on getting all the things we need, ordering all the things, so at least we can be a little bit productive, and I'll organize inside the house a bit. At least it's warm in the house with the fireplace on. Warner's on a little walk now. He's gonna get soaked, but he wanted to go out. He's been sitting all day, so it's good for him to stretch his legs. I'm gonna shower and I'm gonna get to my computer.
Good morning, good morning.
Hello, hello. Are you leaning down because you can't stand?
Yeah.
Okay, then let me put it further.
No, it's fine. No. Just keep on going.
Really?
Hello, again.
Okay. It's a lot of days later.
Yeah.
A lot of days. We've been going through stuff. We've had a bit of an existential crisis. What the hell is up with the world? What am I doing? What is my purpose on Earth? What's the point of it all? A lot of really bad weather. Our friends came.
Yeah.
That was
amazing.
great. That was really good. We'll tell you more about that later. But we're in a huge rush.
It's exactly the same thing as what happened last time. I don't know
Before
how we did it,
leaving.
but we
I know
are running
how.
around. We are running around and we have to hurry up. So.
Yeah, we need to finish things. So we're gonna just get going today, do as many to-dos as possible, bring you along, and I'll chat to you through the process.
Okay.
Will you chat to them as well?
Probably, hopefully. I'm just stressed out.
Stressed.
Let's go.
Okay, let's look at the list again. We have off-camera bought and installed a whole security camera system, which we're not gonna show because that defeats the purpose of it being a security system.
There you have it.
And we need to figure it out still, because now every time it sees us, it's like, alert, person on property. So anyway, that's two big to-dos off the list. So many things. There's some things we're gonna have to just discard. It's not gonna happen. Warner is covering the trailers, so that is out. This is easy. This I don't know if we'll do. I'm gonna continue with the lime testing. I know that doesn't seem like a priority, but I have everything ready, just finishing some things off. Oh, and there's also, we have to prep the house to leave. That means washing everything, having everything stored away. And we have had such bad weather that we're struggling. Luckily right now there's clouds, but it seems to be dry for a bit. So I'm gonna start hanging all the laundry, and whatever doesn't dry outside, we'll have to bring inside and make a bit of a circus tent, so that the heating finishes drying it off. This weather is complicating things. It's complicating things, but at least it has stopped raining. It has been raining non-stop for quite a few days now, so I'm glad it has stopped raining. Woo! Very messy. Okay. Very messy. I just finished with all the lime paint and overgrouting samples. It all needs to dry properly, and we'll have to see it with time, but this is the lime whitewashing. You can see it really changes the color of the stone. Now this is the overgrouting with the other mixture, which had really coarse sand. You can see it's very textured. Don't really like that. We were trying to see what solution we could have, and then it's also whitewashed with lime paint. And then down here is the new mixture that I've just made. Of course, I still need to brush it so that it's smooth once it's a bit drier, but it looks so much better. We don't know what the color will be, but it looks great. Now we just have to let it be, and in a few months we'll see, but I'm so glad to tick that off the list. Yay! I think now that it's not raining, I'm gonna go do some things with our trees. I'm gonna fix some of the fencing that has fallen down and trim some of the grass around the ones that are really overgrown, but I have to not spend a lot of time on that, so I'll do that really quickly. Which ones were overgrown? Some over there. Was there something here? I think something here. Let's put it here. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna get so wet. We have a very minimal approach when it comes to caring for our trees and our land. We basically just let it be, and we're very lucky because in this area it rains so much that everything tends to just survive on its own. The only thing is these little plants sometimes get overgrown. I'm just quickly going to help some of them out before we go, and then the rest we'll just have to figure it out. so far has been fine. I thought in the meantime I will also talk to you about why we're always rushing here. And yeah, there's so much to do in the countryside, and I think no one will truly understand until they get a place like this that is really big and that has so many things to tackle and to take care of. For us, being here is actually quite stressful, contrary to what you might think, because all we see are to-dos and projects, and we're constantly aware of how much time, money and energy everything will require for it to be to a state where we are happy, where we feel satisfied and comfortable and not in a rush to get things done. Yeah, it's a weird feeling. I don't know how to explain it without sounding like I'm complaining or being negative. I'm not. We were very aware when coming here that things were going to take time and that, it was going to be a lot of work, doing renovations, having renovations planned for our foreseeable future. Basically for years we know that we have work here to do. And it has been interesting to realize that for us, life full of renovations and to-dos and just getting on is not enough. We don't feel fulfilled doing this. Like, this is not the purpose of our lives. We like doing these things. We know why we're doing them. We're excited to get this place to a really nice state where we feel really comfortable here. But we prioritize also leaving and spending time with friends and going to other parts of the world because we don't want our life to turn only into working on our land and renovations. It's just not enough for us. And I'm happy that we've figured this out about ourselves, because that just means that we have more information to build the life we truly want and not trap ourselves into something that we might not fully enjoy. And of course, it's just very different, the reality, than seeing someone on the screen. Like, I know that you see us here and all you see is like how beautiful this environment is, and that we're in nature, and the videos are slow with music and la la la, we're walking around our land and it seems pretty idyllic and peaceful. But for us, our reality is just different. Are you surviving? Look at the little bee, she's so soggy and wet. I'm gonna put her in the sun because it has been rough for the little critters. This is much more clear now, much better, the whole you can see. Again, the light, I'm sorry you were a bit drowned by grasses. This helps. Anything else here? I think maybe this one needs help as well. No, it's pretty okay. Now, why are we rushing so much to finish everything? Why are we always rushing? There's certainly something in the way Warner and I do things that we need to change. I don't know, we have to prioritize just different things and not try cram so much stuff. But at the same time, of course, it kind of worked out this way. I mean, the plan was spending 3 months here, just fixing things, working on the land, etc., and then leaving for the summer. But it didn't work out how we had originally planned. This past few days that we haven't filmed have been interesting. The weather hasn't really worked in our favor, which has made it difficult to get to-dos done. And also the world, the news, so difficult to see. And then we've gone through the whole existential crisis of like, what is our role? Are we even contributing anything? Our goal with this YouTube channel was always to kind of inspire without being preachy, show that different forms of living are possible, but also that kindness is so important. And we did have a goal of contributing positively to the world in some way. And then, you see the genocide continuing and people suffering in so many places of the world, and it just doesn't feel like enough. We feel like we're not doing enough. That, the weather, not feeling like we're advancing much here, feeling like we're disappointing you all by not advancing much here and not being here. It has just been a bit difficult on our mental health. And then at the same time, we had friends over and the weather was great. The sun came out to play for 2 days whilst they were here. We went to the beach, we had our first swim of the year, and we had deep talks and we played games, and it was so wonderful. Those days with them were really important to us because it reminded us what we're doing here, and it reminded us what the goal is of having a home base, and it made me proud to show the beauty of the area, but also it made me look forward to all the potential of this home, like when it's really comfortable and we can have people over and they will feel great here and they have a really comfy room with a beautiful view. For me, that is really important in our life to have that at some point. So having them here really helped us switch our mindset from viewing everything as work to viewing everything as potential, which is what we had originally. In the beginning when we moved here, that's that's why we were so excited, because we just saw potential and hope everywhere. We saw a really cool future. You get kind of lost in time when you're just working and working and working, and it feels like everything is delayed and everything takes much longer than you think. And when you're tired, then you stop seeing the hope and you just start seeing the difficulties. That is actually something I tell everyone that tells me that they're looking to move to this area or that they are moving to this area. When they ask for advice, I always say, remember to have a beautiful life at the same time as you're trying to achieve all these things, because most houses here in the area or most places that you can get are huge projects. So everyone knows that they're going to have to work for the coming years to create the home base they want. And everyone wants to finish as quickly as possible, because of course you want to get to your goal. But if you focus only on the work and if you focus only on finishing, you can forget to live. And then by the time you're done, you hate the place, you hate your life, and you don't see the point of being here anymore. We see people fall into that trap constantly. So having the reminder of just enjoying ourselves and not prioritizing the to-dos and doing fun things, really important. Have to remember to practice what I preach. Anyway, so I don't know if I made any sense at all, but I just want to talk about the ups and downs of life. I always vowed to myself that I would be very honest in sharing my ups and downs, because it's not about being a bummer. Like, I don't want anyone to come to this channel and feel down, but that's just the reality of life. If we only talked about the positives or only showed the positives, it just wouldn't be realistic. And at the same time, once having a channel, it's very difficult to be fully honest about how you feel, because you see other people's projections on how you're doing. You don't want to disappoint them, but this is just a reality, you know, like no matter where you are, no matter what you do, there's moments that are easier than others, and there's moments that are more difficult, and there's aspects that you will like, and there's aspects that you will truly not gel with, that you will have a difficult time dealing with. And that's fine. There's all sorts of people in the world. I think seeing different perspectives is so cool, because then you get to just realize how different people are, and also to allow yourself to be whatever version of the person you turn out to be. We did a really good job building these little fences around the trees, because oh my god, they're impossible to lift. My plan was to lift them all and just take out the grasses around, just cut them out, but nope, they're stuck to the ground. Okay, what I constantly realize whenever I'm having a down moment is that for me it's super important to cultivate hope and joy in my life. I think it's important for a lot of people. I think hope and joy are huge forms of resistance. And it is very difficult to sometimes prioritize feeling hopeful and feeling joy, especially when the world is so dark and the news are not precisely leading you to, think the best of humanity and our future. It can be much easier to give in to despair, at least for me. I don't know, I won't talk for anyone, but I that's something I've always struggled with. Being a person that studied human rights, have worked in human rights and animal welfare, and I'm aware of the world. I keep track of what is going on. I know what conflicts are happening. I know innocent people are suffering and being killed and being displaced every single day. And I know our world is going to shit in so many ways. There's some people that need rage or that need to see how bad things are to feel propelled to go forward. I, on the other hand, if I lose hope, I kind of feel like giving up. I kind of paralyze. I do less instead of more. So I'm constantly working on keeping myself at a place where I have hope for our future, I have hope for other humans, I have hope for the world. So I wanted to ask you, how do you cultivate hope? How do you cultivate joy in your life? I think if we all put it in the comments, ways that we cultivate hope and joy, I think it can be really helpful for others to get inspired. We also talked about perhaps starting to share here on the vlog, maybe at the end, some of the things we read and watch every week to, feel inspired, to look forward, to learn, to grow as people. So if you're interested in that, let us know. We don't want to create a newsletter. Like, I don't know, I'm the type of person that never opens newsletters, to be honest. But yeah, we have to think of a format that would be nice for us to just maybe just sit 5 minutes at the end of the video and be like, we read this book, it was so inspiring, we listened to this podcast, it was this and that, and we got this from this video. I don't know. Do you think that would be cool? Because we get a lot of hope and inspiration from others, obviously, and because we don't have a big community near us, we have to find those people online. And then, of course, we get a lot of hope and inspiration from showing kindness and love to animals, to other people, and that reciprocity is so important. It really changes everything. And from taking a moment to breathe and connect with ourselves and the earth and nature, also key. Yeah, those are the things that really help us, and everyone is unique. Where do you find hope? I'd love to know that. I really would. I'm almost done here because actually most things are doing pretty okay. I'm just gonna fix up some of the fencing more up there because I remember there are issues. And then it is what it is. The trees will have to survive on their own. I need to cut. Where did I leave it? Oh, I'm so soggy and wet. But the sun is out. It makes me so happy. I could spend my life doing work out here and it would never be enough. Come on, you can do it. Okay, my battery is out. Okay, fine. Oh my god, so much work. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ah, I see you. Sorry. I see you. I see you. I'm clearing it up. We'll have light soon. Okay. I really lied to you and to myself when I said I was almost done. I've been going for another hour fighting shrubs and these fencing things. Ah, I'm so tired. And I'm soaked up till here and I'm really hungry. So I think a break is needed. But all the little shrubs are now in a good state. These are just shrubs that had outgrown the fencing, and they are the thorn ones. They're local autochthonous plants that have thorns all over them. So I think it was fine to take it out because the goats won't want to eat them anyway, and they're quite big. So I don't know what to do with all this now. But chicken wire, man, it's annoying to pull out. Cut myself like 10 times. Anyway, lunchtime. Okay, done. Yay! What else? No, where's the batteries? I don't see it. Oh, okay. Okay, I haven't seen it. We're getting there. Ugh. Got wet and cold, and now I cannot get warm again. Okay.
We're good to go again. We have a couple of hours left before it's dark. And this is one of the biggest ticket items we have to tick off before we leave. Yeah. Our structure is strong.
But not watertight.
And not fully watertight. That is a bit of an unfortunate thing. Everything was dry except for this area here.
Yeah.
Which we already knew because we haven't drained this area as we should. Yeah. But we also found out it has a little leak. In
the door. Part of it is that we haven't put the rubber around, so there's a big gap for water to come in.
That's task 1, to seal this up.
Yeah, and I'll do that because that's easy. And then what's task 2? Because I don't even know.
And there's water coming in here.
Ah, yeah, that's because of the floor underneath.
Yeah, no, I think it's because there's something happening here that it shouldn't happen. So we'll need to figure that out. And I think temporarily we're just going to put a little bit of plastic here.
Okay.
And then seal it off when we come back home.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Do you have the tape for this thing?
Yeah, I do.
And it's here. Cool. We also have to organize this a bit, no? I wanted to put boxes in here because some things that in the house we want to protect, I would put them here. Mice don't come in this structure.
True. It's much more protected here than in the...
that's why.
Ah, but then I didn't put it in the right place. I should have turned it around. Do you want to turn it around? Or you want to just move it there?
There's no space.
We can move it there. You want to do that now?
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Goes the other way. Yeah.
Ooh.
Ta-da!
Not too far.
It's warmer in here than in the house with the fireplace on.
We have the fireplace on to keep it a bit warm and dry, and it's warm in here without any insulation.
That shows how bad the house is.
I'm gonna like so look forward to just being in here chill. Like anytime we are like, it's getting a bit chilly in the house, we just run here.
It's so nice in here.
It's so warm in
and there's
here.
no insulation, nothing.
There's zero insulation.
Oh my goodness.
Of course the roof is heating up because we didn't intentionally have a darker roof.
Yeah.
So you got a bit of radiation on the top, but still.
How do we move this?
Why don't we just turn it and then that's it? I don't know if that's like easier or not because it is a bit tight at the moment, but.
Okay. Finishing the studio is what I'm most looking forward to here. We haven't had the chance to tackle anything this time, but when we come back after the summer, we know exactly what we're gonna do and it's gonna be first order of business. I'm so excited to be able to use this space. It will change everything. Really, being here when it's a grey day and being warm and with the light and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so good. It's already filled with stuff. This furniture piece my mom saved for us. It's really pretty. We're gonna store some stuff in here now. But yeah, it makes me happy to be in this space. Okay, how do you want to do this? Look, the hail.
Oh no. Why are you going upwards? Yeah, we're gonna have to replace it then.
Yeah, that window is done. Or it just is broken and who cares? The place is still fine. We had really bad hail the other day, like proper hail, and I was worried it was gonna damage the window, and now we just saw the crack has continued. Oops! We're laughing, but it's just...
It's sad.
It's sad. I don't really know. Wait, I don't know how to grab it.
No, just leave it there. It's like...
Ooh. No. Wait. I don't. Okay, wait. Let me just cross over. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Okay, we'll fill it later. But now let's just take care of the door.
So it's only this corner that's getting wet. I wonder why.
Yeah, it's weird, huh? We've had no leaks anywhere else. And here, you don't think it's coming underneath?
Gotcha. Found the culprit, maybe.
What's up?
The water comes in through here and goes in. And then it gets stuck there.
Oh, there's a gap in the door.
Yeah.
I think I need a small ladder, and they're not here. I'm gonna go get a small ladder. Because I'm short. Cookie! I don't think he's realized I'm here yet. Cookie! Cariño! He doesn't understand windows. Where are you?
Hi, baby. Hi.
Oh, you went the other way around?
You went through the dirtiest area?
Why did you go through the back? Hi, baby.
Hi, baby.
Hi, baby. Hi. Hi, my amor. Oh, I think he got bitten, baby. Shall we put some...
No, I wouldn't do anything. Like, he doesn't like it.
No, he gets upset every time we try to mess with him. He's like, I don't like it, won't come for a week.
No, he doesn't come anymore.
We have to go feed him to his house because he's like, you mess with my skin. It doesn't look like a bad wound.
No,
it's just...
It is already closed as well.
Okay, shall we go get some food? Come.
Can you make a...
Come, now film this. He's so cute, look at him.
Coming. I don't know why you're putting your ears up because you know you cannot hear anymore. No, you cannot hear. I know. Blah, 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 blah. See? 0.
You excited? Yummy! Cookie, chill. Tranquilo. No, don't swallow. Slowly, Cookie. Come on, good. Tranquilito.
You want some patties? Yeah, I want some patties. That's Cookie.
That is Cookie. We should have done this last time. We were in such a rush that we didn't add any of the... No wonder water came in through the window. Oh, oops. It's actually lucky that it only came in through one of the places, no? Oh yeah, that's it. And then we're done with the studio.
Yeah.
No, please stay open. I need you to stay open. No. Ay, the wind me though. Stop it. Okay, let's see. No. I'm not good at doing this clearly. Where do I put this? I just want to get this done and over with because I'm super tired. So tired. Don't have to do so much laundry, the decking. Sticky, sticky. This is all wet though still. Okay, I'm gonna do the other side. The other side. Oh, studio's filled with things. Difficult to move here. What are you for? You know what to do with this cardboard. Oh, ho, 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 la 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 la. Ooh, slug, what are you doing there in the door? You're gonna get squished. I'm gonna move you. You should be careful. No, don't. He just put kit. Why are you touching it, dude? Don't touch that. That's not good for you. It's chemical shit. I'm so looking forward to having nice weather. It being the end of May and me being this cold. Just, ooh. But having our friends here really made me realize that we miss community. Like, we're trying to build community here. I actually watched a very interesting video not too long ago about community and about the performative aspects of community, because now there's, of course, a lot of, like, community is a bit of a buzzword and it's everywhere. But with social media and brands taking over social media and stuff, we have created like this very false aspect of community where people feel like they have community because they follow a certain brand or they participate in some, like, I don't know, brand competition or follow someone. And yeah, Shelby was talking about how that is not real community because it doesn't have reciprocity. Basically, you cannot count on each other when you need something. And I think one of the things we were looking for when having a home base was building a bit more of a stable community. And we always knew it was going to be challenging in the countryside because there's just not that many people, especially in this area of Spain. It's becoming very popular, but it's still not there. All this to say that when we had our friends here, I realized that we still need to do a lot to build community here, and that once we have community here, life will also be so much nicer, because they had 2 days of really nice weather, but then the weather changed and it became really gray and rainy, and the typical phenomenon that we have here where you're just non-stop in mist and rain and hail and whatever. But because they were here, it really didn't feel like such a drag. We just turned on the fireplace, we had music, we baked cakes, and then we were all inside playing games, we had deep chats, and it was such a lovely day, the day of worst weather. Whereas normally when it's just me and Warner, when we have a day of really bad weather, we kind of feel like it's a day wasted. Like all the things we need to do are delayed, and then it's upsetting because then when the good weather comes out, we normally cannot go to the beach or do something fun because we are behind on all our to-dos. That would stay regardless, but if you have a bit of a community on the gray days, you do things together, you have like a movie night or I don't know, whatever you could, like there's so many things we could do together with people. If you have that on the gray days, then on the beautiful days, it doesn't really matter that you don't get to do fun stuff because you've already felt really fulfilled and rejuvenated by the gray days. Yeah, just something to think about. I mean, obviously we already knew that community just makes life nicer, but it shocked me how different I viewed a bad weather day here when we had friends to enjoy it, to do something together. And that's something I would definitely like to work on for the future. Of course, it's not only on me because it depends on people being here and people wanting to do things, etc., etc. But it just reiterated that to live in the countryside and in a place like this where, you know, life can be pretty rough, you really need others to kind of make life more manageable and fun. And that if we focus on building that in the future, gray days maybe are our rest days, and they're days where we, you know, charge up socially, etc., etc., and then it will feel really good to have a gray day once in a while.
Done?
We hopefully have taken care of all the leaks.
I'm so happy that I think it's that. It really looks like it's that. Because if not, like I thought we would have made a mistake and it would have been more problematic.
Then we're done with this. Waterproof studio leak done. Strip studio door done. And now we're gonna do porch decking.
Last two things, Ali.
Well, there's more, but that's...
the last big thing. So as you can see, the decking has gotten quite a beating of the porch. And that's because they put a waterproof layer underneath the finishing floor. So every time it rained, the water fell on here and then seeped through, got stuck below, and then everything underneath started rotting, and you can really see that it become a proper issue now. It's rotting away the column as well, and that shouldn't happen because that one we need for the future.
So we're gonna go for the easy solution of cutting it out, making holes in that waterproof layer so that water can go on, and dealing with the issue at another time. That's termite? Oh no. So it's worse than we thought. Everything is worse than we think.
Yeah, everything is getting such a beating at the moment. It's just...
Yeah, the porch is a mess. We're gonna redo it all, and then look at the roof. That's been there since we got here, but it's a huge project, this whole balcony.
Let's treat it now.
Okay. It's powder. Oh my god, look at it. Oh, it's so sad. It was done so badly. Oh my god. It's actually worse than I thought.
Yeah, it's really bad. We're just gonna make this part of the big reno now.
Yeah, like I knew we had to fix the balcony, but I was like, we're gonna do the whole roof. Why would we do it before? The waterproof layer? That's really genius move.
Yeah, that was really a genius move. And I had noticed that there was something, but I just never did something with it.
Oh my god. Ooh, mold. Crappity crap. Oh, yeah, easy. Oh my god. Okay. Another huge project.
Well, this one is a fun one. Putting new flooring in.
This one we knew from the beginning.
And now I can breathe again, so that's good. Yeah, maybe we'll have to replace it.
That would be a painful exercise, no?
No, it's just heavy. You mean painful heavy?
Painful
No.
heavy and painful expensive.
No, it's just the beam. This won't cost that much.
Carrying that here.
Yeah, that will suck.
That's the thing I hate the most of the renovations here. Everything is heavy. Breaking my back. Breaking my back. I hate the ever going to-do list. It's not fun for me. I've learned a lot from this process. If we ever get the chance to buy another house, I'm not buying one with so many issues, because I don't like this type of renovations. I thought we were gonna put in a nice kitchen. I didn't think we were gonna be like replacing porch beams.
Okay, so as everything here, the moment you open something, it turns out to be much worse. And as you can see, it was much worse. The waterproofing has really made everything rot, but it has also made the column rot. It's still standing, it still has enough strength, but as you can see, it has lost quite a lot of its strength. And that one, the same thing.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna open around it, make sure that it is able to breathe and dry this summer, so it can stay like this for the time being. And then with this beam, we're protecting it for now as it is, because maybe that needs to be replaced as well, but we hope not. And then I think we'll just clean it up and leave it as is, no?
Yeah, basically we knew that the porch had issues because we had seen from underneath that there was a waterproof membrane and that the decking was rotting, but we hadn't realized that it was affecting the columns. The other day I saw that the columns started to have like a little gap on the side, and I was like, uh-oh, let's check this before we leave. Let's make sure that we cut some gaps on the waterproof membrane so that it doesn't accumulate more water and the columns don't rot. But now, unearthing the issue a bit, it seems like we're already too late. If you're wondering why we didn't do this earlier, it was because we were supposed to redo the whole roof now, this summer. Yeah. They had originally told us, the builders. So we thought, okay, we'll do the whole roof and the whole porch at once, since that's what makes sense, it's all connected. But since they've now told us that that's not gonna happen, and that maybe it will happen in 2 years' time,
we're gonna do it ourselves.
We're gonna do it ourselves, and we have to tackle this issue ASAP when we come back.
No, first studio, make that a nice space to be in, and then we're gonna tackle this.
Yeah, it just adds to the very long list of huge construction works that we have to do.
Yeah,
and
I hope you're gonna relax a lot in Asia.
This summer, yeah, I better relax this summer, because just thinking of this makes me want to cry. But it's fine. It's on us for getting a house that could have so many projects. We're gonna figure it out. We have to remember, potential.
Potential. It has a lot of potential.
Potential. It has potential.
Potential. Look, potential.
And one day, in the very far future, we'll have a beautiful balcony where we'll watch the sunrise, and it will all be worth it.
It's gonna be a much nicer balcony than this one.
Yes, it will all be worth it.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. Okay. Big hall.
Big hall.
Itty bitty hall.
Okay.
Oh, everything is uncomfortable. I'm not wearing the right clothes for this.
No.
Didn't think it was gonna be so bad.
It's really, really bad, huh?
It's terrible. Terrible. Much
Terrible.
worse. Much worse than I thought it was gonna be. That's how messed up this decking is. All the nails are breaking off. And they're big nails as well. They're all rusted to a degree where they just snap.
Okay.
I want to break everything. I just want to start from zero with this damn house. Getting fed up of everything being done so badly. I want to punch everything. I'm so upset. I'm like you yesterday.
Oh my god, yesterday I was putting the cameras outside.
All I heard from inside the cabin was
yeah, but it was raining all day and I couldn't get it to work. It works perfectly now.
we have a security system
But oh my god,
to protect a house that is falling into pieces.
Hey.
You want to come into a house that is falling into pieces? You can't. We have a security system.
Careful where you walk, huh?
Yeah, I know. Be careful with where you walk. Oh no, I didn't notice there was a huge hole in our balcony.
Well, in case you didn't, be careful where you walk.
This has become compost. It's so rotten.
Yeah. It's like whatever I can grab, it doesn't exist anymore.
Okay, we thought we would put this. What is it called?
Like a box,
I can't remember.
crate.
Bowl. Anyway, that was on this side. We thought we would put it here to block the hole, but it has lost 2 legs along the way because it's so rotten itself. This is getting absurd. Luxury. It looks so messy.
I think that's a problem we have a little bit. We're doing a lot of work, but it
Everything's
doesn't look like
messy.
there's any progress, no?
I feel further away than when we started.
Climb over it. No, yeah. Get your pen.
My pen. Okay. So we can say we did the porch decking. We looked at it, and now we know how bad the issue is. Porch decking.
I think we made it better.
Check.
It looks much better. Made a skylight.
Yeah.
It's-
And the porch roofing is fine. Okay. So,
I think we've done it all.
almost everything.
The sauna door is fine, because it's fine.
Yeah, there are some
And
things
then
that we are not getting
This,
to.
I don't know where it is, so finished. This was it. Like, I'm so done with it.
Tired.
It's 8:30 or 8:45, and I
We're
think we need to go to
tired.
bed.
We're delusional.
Yeah, no. Next
thank
week is
you.
gonna be a crazy week. Or tomorrow is already gonna start again.
Yeah, we're gonna finish some more things this evening without the camera because we need to get going.
I need to sleep.
And we need to sleep. I hope you have enjoyed this very chaotic again.
Again, sorry, it's gonna be more structured and nice again. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
My life feels worse than the filming is going, so that gives you an idea. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you can understand a little bit of what we're going through, that we're able to put a little bit of perspective and just be honest about this is how things are for us at the moment, and that's how things are for us here. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting us. And that's it.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Ciao.
Is this good enough? The whole? Shall we?
Decking?
Is that okay?
No one is gonna use this, so.
Yeah, we've warned everyone that's coming that The balcony,
Off limits.
off limits,
Don't touch it.
unusable. Which is sad because it's so nice to sit here in summer. Everything is difficult.
Everything is difficult.
Everything is difficult. Everything is difficult.
Everything is difficult.
Everything is difficult. La 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 la. Me.